gorgeous song. Live's Holiday Bake It, I don't know why I'm whispering now, but I am. Live's Holiday Bake It Easy continues today with some delicious Hanukkah treats, and who better to show us how? Please welcome the one and only Eden Grinshpan. Hi, gorgeous. Mwah. How are you?
There.
This is Mark, and he is zesting
I'm
away.
zesting for you.
He's already on top of it.
Zesting on command.
He's ready to bake. So today we are making a yeasted chocolate rugelach.
Okay.
Yeasted. Yeasted.
So that means it'll be fluffy.
It'll be fluffy because a lot of, I'm sure everyone has had the cream cheese based one, which is a little bit more shortbready. These ones are yeasted.
Okay.
And they are so simple, but I just want to say there are a lot of steps. So if we want to just have a hack to this, you can always go and buy like the frozen puff pastry and substitute. But we are making a yeasted dough today. So we are going to literally just dump and stir. But before we do that, why don't we make our yeast? So we have milk here, okay? We want to get it warm, and then we want to bloom it with our yeast and a little pinch of sugar. The sugar's right here. Once it sits for like a couple minutes, it's going to turn into this beautiful little mushy situation here. We just want to get that yeast going, okay?
This is how dough is made.
This is how yeasted dough is made here. Let's just,
it locked?
It's unlocked that way. Perfect. So what we want to do is we want to pour that in. We have our yeast, our zest, which you already got to. That was like so fast. I didn't even have to say anything.
Pour it in?
Yes, pour it in.
Okay.
And you want to crack some eggs for me while you're over there. We're going to crack our eggs and put that in. And Kelly, you can put in the flour.
You got it.
So do you do a lot of baking at home together?
We do. Well,
not together.
Not together. We do a lot of. I do a lot of
by the
baking,
kitchen.
and he walks in and says, "Is it ready yet?"
Yeah.
That's kind of how it goes.
Well, I feel like this feels very natural. Like it seems like he gets all of it. We got half a cup of sugar. We have vanilla extract, and we have some salt. And this is really simple. Like, the thing that takes a really long time with this pastry is the waiting time. Like, it takes a couple hours to actually proof it. But once the dough comes together, it's pretty simple from there.
We have one of these.
I know.
Yeah.
Mark.
Now I know what it's for.
Do you know what love is? Mark got me one of these for Christmas like 25 years ago.
And they last forever.
Forever
Like,
and
this
ever.
is the ultimate gift.
Yep.
Especially if you like to bake.
I love to bake. It's the only thing I'm good at.
Oh, and this is why we wear aprons.
Yes,
I feel like this sweater is just going to be covered by the end.
I know, we'll be covered in flour.
So once that comes together, we actually have a pre-made dough over here as the flour.
Why am I going through all this trouble? Okay.
So we have the pre-made dough over here, and I wanted to obviously just keep this. This is the stage that I wanted us to get our hands really messy with. So we're going to knead this.
Okay.
I love kneading dough. It's like.
It's
therapy.
messy.
It's therapy.
It is messy and it's therapy. And you know what? This is so fun to do with the kids. Let's just pour it out right here.
Okay.
Pour it out. Let's get a floured surface right here.
Got it?
We're going to put some flour, okay? And we are going to knead. We're going to just bring that together. And this is just your way to make sure that everything feels really good.
Let's play the theme song from Ghost.
This is fun.
Yes.
It is fun.
It's the best thing to do with the kids, It
is.
This is holiday baking at its best. And the
Our kids
smell
are
of
adults now, and they'd be like, "Why are you punishing us?"
Are you kidding? I think they'd be like, "This is like the best, best kind of therapy."
Sure, for sure.
And it smells amazing. And the second that bakes in the oven, it's just like game over. So once it comes together, actually, why did I put this away? We're gonna put this back in the bowl.
So is that a term it comes together?
Yeah, let's just bring it together.
Okay.
There you go. And it feels good. It feels good.
Yeah, she's got
this is the knead. This is the knead, right?
Got it.
Then we want to put it in and we cover with a damp cloth, okay?
Why damp?
So it can rise.
We want to keep it in a moist environment.
Okay.
And we want to make sure that it's nice and warm. I like to put it near the oven. It's nice. It's warm. It does its thing. It proofs. Okay, so once we have our proof dough, that should take around an hour and a half. We have our rolled out dough here because we want to actually, why don't you just go give it a little, a little bit more of a roll because we want this to be thin.
Yep.
Okay, that is the trick to making really beautiful layers with that
nice
rugelach.
And thin.
Rugelach, exactly. And rugelach has so many different kinds of fillings. You can do walnuts, you can do jams. Today we're going to do a chocolate hazelnut spread.
Nice. Oh, Mark loves that.
I love hazelnut.
Oh, chocolate hazelnut is everything. So why don't we just smear it? This one's already pre-rolled. Just give it a good smear.
A good smear.
That's the only way you can make rugelach is if you get a good smear in, okay? It's a little tricky.
It is so tricky.
Because it's sticky.
What do you recommend for making it less tricky.
Less tricky?
Yeah.
You know what? You can heat it up a little bit, and that will loosen it and make it easier to smear. Oh, you got some chocolate hazelnut.
He'll save it there for later.
Yeah. So once we have a schmear, we're going to do a little fold over.
My best schmear possible.
You know what?
Under these circumstances.
Once you do the fold, it helps with the schmear. Because you can just do a little press down like that, okay? And then what we want to do is we want to cut them into triangles. And we use a bench scraper here. That is like the ultimate tool in your kitchen when you love to bake.
Yep.
It's good for like moving dough.
Yes.
It's the best. It's the best for cutting dough.
Have you ever been in our kitchen?
I don't know where it's at.
He just comes to eat the rugelach.
He does. I'm like, it's ready.
He just comes to eat it.
And then he goes, can you send it up?
Oh, these are beautiful. And you want to just try and make sure, like it's, you know, this is such an easy dough to work with.
Yeah.
And it's okay to flour it. Don't be nervous to like give it a little bit of dusting to keep it moving, okay?
You did such a good job,
Yeah.
This is
sweetheart.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Look at you. So we have some pre-cut over here, and then this is what we want to do. So we want to take it from the base. You see the triangle here? And you just want to roll from the base all the way to the top, right? And that creates that classic rugelach shape.
Yep.
Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is.
And then you just twist.
You can twist it, you can keep it straight, and then you want to let it proof again.
Another proofing.
Another proofing.
And how long does that proofing take?
Around like an hour.
Okay.
And then we want
So this is something you do ahead of time.
Yes, you can do this ahead of time. It stores on your counter really great. And now, Mark, why don't you come over here? We have, actually, I think we have some in the oven.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Are there in the oven?
Use your, use your
perfect.
Teflon hands.
Look at us being all prepared. And we have a gorgeous simple syrup here, which is key, because this keeps it really moist, okay? So why don't you brush on the simple syrup?
You brush it on?
It's just equal parts sugar and water.
Okay.
And then once you like glaze up, you're ready to eat.
I love that you said glaze up.
You gotta glaze up.
Temperature and time, how do you?
Oh, 350 degrees for 20-25 minutes.
Got it.
Oh my gosh,
All right.
amazing. Eden, thank you
Oh my
so
God.
much.
Thank
and happy
you.
Hanukkah.
Go to
Thank you.
kellyline.com for Eden's recipe and more.